Hi, my dear students. Now it's time to work in the American Hotline book. Remember that we are looking at Unit 2 turning points. In this case, we're looking at the past perfect tense. So let's have a look at exercise 4. Complete this extract from the text. So the text is the invaders here. So we need to complete some of the missing words. So let's have a look. In AD 43, Britain became part of the Roman Empire. This wasn't the first Roman invasion. Julius Caesar. So here we have a context clue. Julius Caesar, let's go back to the reading. Julius Caesar had taken his army to Britain. So here we need to complete with had taken his army to Britain about 100 years before that but here we have but they hadn't stayed very long. Hadn't stayed. So we're going to write down here hadn't. So that is hadn't stayed. There we go. So let's have a look. B. We call this the past perfect tense. How do we make it? Complete this rule. Do you remember how do we make the perfect tense? We use had plus the past participle form of the verb and the past participle. Let us see. How do we make the negative form of the past perfect? As we see here in the example. Had not stayed. So we use had not, or the short form or contraction form will be hadn't. Hadn't. Here we have it. Look at the sentences in exercise 4a again. They describe two events in the past. Britain became part of the Roman Empire. Julius Caesar brought his army to Britain. So as you can see here, we're describing these two sentences in past. But past simple, we're not using the past perfect. We're using the past simple tense. Britain became, past simple. Britain had become part of the Roman Empire, past perfect. Which event happened first? For which events do we use the past perfect tense? So let's have a look at here. Very easy to identify it. So here we have the answer. So Britain became part of the Roman Empire. Became, this happened first, right? And then Julius Caesar had brought his army to Britain. Happens second. Letter E. Complete this rule. We can use the past perfect tense to describe an event happened. What's the clue word? Before. Before another event in the past. Please remember, we use the past perfect tense to describe an event that happens before another event in the past. So let's move on. Number 5. Choose the past perfect of the or the simple past tense for each verb in parentheses. So we need to choose whether the sentence is in the past simple tense or in the past perfect tense. And we're going to try to remember about the reading, the invaders. So letter 8, other people lived in Britain or have lived in Britain before the Celts arrived. So here we have the word before, which is a context clue. That means that we need to use past simple before for the action that happened before or earlier, and then we need to use past perfect tense for the action that happens later. Right? So other people lived in Britain before the Celts had arrived. One more R here. There we go. Letter B. Letter B. The Celts settled all over Europe before they come to Britain. So the same. We have the word before here, which means that we need to use past simple tense here and a past perfect tense here. So the Celts settled in past simple. The Celts settled all over Europe before they had come to Britain. Let us see. When the Romans left in AD 410, they had been in Britain for over 300 years. They had been in Britain for over 300 years. So this happened before these and other actions. Remember, when we use the past perfect tense, we use it two different tenses, the past simple tense and the past perfect tense. Letter D. The Romans went back, there we go, to Rome because tribes from Northern Europe invade the empire, had invaded the empire. The Vikings attacked 400 years after the Anglo-Saxons had moved to England. So attacked 400 years after the Anglo-Saxons had moved to England. So let's move on to number 6, word work. Make a list of all the words in the text associated with word. So there are some words associated with words like, for example, soldiers, attack, battle, invasion, defeated. So please write down these words in your notebook. Write a title word work and then write a list of the words that are associated or related to the word. Follow-up activity. Now it's time to work. The same place I would like you to do the follow-up activity in your notebooks, in your red notebooks. Look at your chart in exercise 3 and write a short summary of the text. So here you have an example. The Celts went to Britain between 700 and 400 BC. They were from what is now Belgium. So I would like you to just write a short summary about the text. Let's say 7 to 10 sentences. That will be fine. Okay? So don't forget to write a summary. Don't forget to submit it, upload it, take a picture of it, and then send it to me via Hangouts. Please, that's it for today. This lesson. If you have any questions, just let me know. Please feel free to call. Feel free to text me. Remember that I am online from 7 to 15 in the afternoon. And if you have any questions, just let me know. I'm here to help you. And I'll see you next week, next class, next lesson. Bye bye, everyone.